It's the 49 of Adam Petit.
2,110.
Sure why that picture showing up in the bottom, but either way, outside front row. Let's get to it here. The 85 of Mike Koch.
You're getting TV time already.
Benson starting in row 3. The 8 of William Pindall. And Tim Schofield, row 4, Garrett Johnston and Daniel Dow. Jesse King will start the 9th spot. Adam Benefield.
On the broadcast, your photo is showing up. He doesn't know why.
Zachary Cleek in the 77 starts 12th. 13th starter is Chris Mefford. Joshua Mears, the number 36, will start 14th. 15th starter is Chuck Sweeting. Doug Wysocki, 16th. Josh Funkhauser, the 81, will start 17th. Grady Ray, the number 93, starts 18th. And shotgun on the field, the number 75 of Chris Wally. Your starting grid here from Kentucky Speedway. We're going green flag racing here after just one pace lap. We're going to refresh the overlay here so we can fix this.
Is my photo still on? I don't see it.
Not anymore. No, it's just the starting lineup screen.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I'm watching now.
Again, race details tonight, 130.
Yeah, he's got it fixed. He's got the map up.
65 degree air temperature.
So stage at 25, 135 laps. So that's a lot more than you were anticipating. So what does that put us?
66 degrees Fahrenheit.
That puts us at a real long green flag run.
100%.
Yeah, I don't think we can make it.
Tires over the wall.
Good thing
that.
Scotch like skill.
It'd be a one pitter.
Wall. I knew I'd remember it.
You might have to. I don't know if you're really good at saving, maybe.
One fast repair, 3 green-white checkers. Hope we don't need them.
I think we can add to 2 pit it.
Somewhere hit the wall, so I said wall.
We need to look at our fuel consumption on this run.
Green flag, green flag.
Field rolling through 3 and 4, getting ready to be driving these cars into turn number 1 in anger.
Outside.
8 machine William Tyndall backing off there in the 3rd row here, trying to get a run. It looks, got to get tightened up there, William.
All clear, all clear.
Pace car is in.
Got one outside. All clear, all clear.
There it is, green flag in the air.
Still there.
Did the track reset? There's marbles on it.
60 machine at the front.
Why is there so many marbles on the track?
In the timing tower, it's the...
I don't know. I had to
hopefully by next
brake a little harder than I wanted to.
In the 2nd spot, he takes a quick peek to the outside. Petit shuts the doors. Brian McCann jumps up a spot into 3rd. Now looking for 2nd and turn 3. Thought Casey Benson happened there. Didn't realize the 3 was down low. Had a short reaction out of the 27, but they're off turn number 4. Petit's going to lead lap number 1. Top 2 putting some distance on McCann already. A couple of car lengths in the rears is the 3, but keep a close eye on Brian McCann as tires warm up, tire temperatures come up, pressures come up. So does Brian McCann's pace typically. We'll see if he can reel these guys in as the laps wind down. Behind McCann, side-by-side battle for the 4th spot. That's Mike Koch and Daniel Dow. Koch in the number 85 machine in the Yoo-Hoo Camaro. Loses the spot. Dow jumps up into 4th and trying to get 2 for 1 here as he's looking to the inside of Brian McCann, but nothing doing. Half car length the advantage for the 3.
30.45.
3-wide battle in behind. Here comes William Tyndall in the 8. He was down low, didn't have to run out of the corner as the shorter distance on the bottom forces him to put a little bit more wheel into it, a lot less momentum. Comes the 12, but Tim Schofield now to the inside of Mike Koch.
Get him, Tim.
Schofield taking a peek to the inside and runs him down to the grass. Does the 28 of Daniel Dow. I don't know if Dow didn't see him or if he did and was just forcing him to the grass. Said, yeah, you're not going to pass me on the apron.
I'm hoping those cars in front of me will come back to me in about 5 laps.
He didn't see him. Top two running away with it right now. Adam Petit, Casey Bentz, the top two. 5-6 car lengths now back to the 3 of Brian McCann. Go on board with Brian.
The leader just did a 30.686.
You can take it low here. Take it on into one.
Tim Schofield continues to march towards the front, applying pressure to Daniel Dow. Schofield gets to the inside. Had a bit of a run on the exit of turn 2, and they go down into turn 3 now. Dow sticking to the outside. Schofield
They ain't slowing down like I was
the wheel
hoping they'll do.
Turn 3, you can actually see the front tires turned in. Scrubbed those right front for sure.
I didn't get to the yellow that time.
Lost him some momentum as well as Dow takes the
Cost me.
spot.
I'm still losing to the leader, even with the guy in front of me.
Jesse King rolls on a line, looking to the inside.
I was even with both of them that time.
5 Energizer Bunny there. The Camaro, maybe a little contact with King and Schofield in the middle of 3 and 4. They both get away, but a little momentum broken for Jesse King. As he now sits behind Schofield in the 6th spot.
That hurt me that time. I tried something different. Ugh.
Jesse King running just ahead of the 9 of Adam Benefield. Top 10 all single file now. Back to Garrett Johnston in the 10th spot. And here is 11th. Chuck Sweeting in the...
I think I may have figured it out.
And Chris Mefford working his way now to the inside on Josh Mears, the 36 Coca-Cola entry up top. And the 77 of Zachary Cleek in behind. That's for 14th. Mefford, though, looking for the 11th spot. He finally gets clear of the 36. Sets his sights on the 57 of Chuck Sweeting. Schofield and Daniel Dow going after it yet again, and Jesse King, though, looking at the back bumper of the 12. He wants some of this action as well on a turn number 4, 3-car battle. This would be for the 4th spot between these 3 drivers. Seems that Schofield is a little bit faster than Dow, and King is maybe a little bit faster than Schofield. Last laps all within half a tenth of each other. Schofield now to the inside on Dow, 4th position off turn number 2. We tried this previously. We've got the right front too hot. Looks like he's going to tuck back in behind yet again. Get out the windshield here, trying to take the spot while keeping a close eye on the rear view mirror. Does not want to let Jesse King get alongside.
Outside. Next car is the leader. All clear.
Schofield
all clear.
again taking a peek.
Outside. All clear, all clear. Good job, man. You're up to second.
Almost some contact down the backstretch. Schofield's pushing hard right now. Can actually hear a little bit of tire noise off the front of that machine. Crossover from Dow. Schofield had it, but Dow goes back in the inside now, looking for taking the spot back. Wants to be inside the top 5, not just the bottom of it. Well, Jesse King in behind both of these drivers, watching it all unfold. Driver's eye cam on board the 25. Jesse out of Jasper, Texas. Rides in behind Dow.
Definitely using some tire this run.
The pass. King gets the
Oh, yeah.
Gets him up the racetrack a bit. He's going to lose a couple of car lengths at least off turn number 2 here. Eases back onto the throttle down the backstretch. That allows Mike Koch to close in the gap. Gets you up the racetrack in the fence. Maybe some contact with the 85. That was a close call.
Oh no.
King lost the nose on the exit of turn number 4. Might have got the safer barrier a little bit. Might have traded some paint there with Mike Koch in the 85. Everybody continues on. Jesse King back to the 9th spot now.
7, 9.
Meanwhile, up front, change for the second position as Brian McCann reeled in Casey Benson, got around. We'll see if we can track down that pass and show it to you. Back here it is.
Is it possible to go in third
Just a few moments ago.
out of 4?
Inside.
Really?
To the bottom of the race.
I don't know. I'm asking.
I don't think I'm getting down far enough.
Carried the momentum a bit. This was off turn number 4, but not quite enough.
Yeah, I hate the money shifted.
Can got clear.
If there was ever a time to try, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Maybe after there's a little more wear.
Top 5 getting strung out just a bit. Further back, even top 10. But closer quarters, Adam Benefield.
Not far from it though, sticking it to the bottom.
Hole and Chuck Sweeting side by side. This for the 11th position. Bill Hole in the 48. It's clear of the 57, so Hole now 11th. Sets his sights on the 9. Wants to jump into that top 10.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1.1 seconds.
Holy tight attitude.
Brian McCann applying pressure now to the race leader. It's Adam Petit out in front. Again, just want to clarify, if you guys are just joining us, you've seen the timing tower, Petit or Petit. I'm not sure if I'm saying.
I had a lift there. Dang it.
The series.
I had a momentum too. I still got a little bit on him.
Carry
This is going to be tough in 1 and 2 though.
0 on the door. Trying to get that record.
He's going to have me in 1 and 2 probably.
Matches up.
I wanted to pass on the front stretch.
Number he's running, he's got the race lead, but Brian McCann drives it in way deep. Might have made a little bit of contact to the back
Yes, sir.
bumper.
Appreciate it.
If I can, if he doesn't block here, I'll get him.
The racetrack here on the turn number 4 opens the door for Brian McCann, but gonna battle back.
You're clear high, clear high.
Oh, I just outbrake him so much.
Down into turns 1 and 2. McCann in the 3 on the bottom of the racetrack. Up top, it's Adam Petit. Trying to defend that race lead and doing so successfully, at least for the time being. Holding off a hard charging Brian McCann. McCann drives it way down the bottom of the racetrack. Bit of a slide job by the 3. Takes the spot. We'll see if we'll catch the crossover off 4. Teat pulling the draft here. Looking to the inside. McCann throws the block. Brian McCann, new leader, lap 25 here at Kentucky.
Crossed it.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed. Let the pace car by. Let the pace car by.
Gotta let the pace car by.
Casey Bent still running in that 3rd position. Things have changed and a caution comes out.
Well, that was
Pit road is now open.
definitely.
Caution.
I was definitely pushing a lot harder than probably should be
Out onto the racetrack
for a longer run.
some decisions here. Again, 3 sets of tires available over the wall. I don't think anybody really needs the fuel right now, but of course, if you're going to make the trip to pit lane, you might as well top off the tank. Pace car driver just forcing his way through the field. But at the competition caution, Brian McCann was your race leader. We'll see who, if anybody, or really if anybody stays on the racetrack. I imagine everybody's going to come down and pit here, at least at a minimum for fuel.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
There you have it. McCann, Petit, Bent, Schofield, Mefford, everybody coming down to pit here. 19 cars here in the race tonight. Every one of them on the lead lap, and every one of them going to come to the attention of their pit crew. Fuel and possibly tires.
It's the pace car.
Can's going to put the right sides on at a minute.
7190.
Roll around to the left and make it a 4-tire change. Sunoco race fuel.
80-90.
Indeed, 4 tires for McCann.
When the broadcaster knows you're running,
Away, and he's
burning up your tires, that's not a good sign.
Race out. Four tires and fuel, at least so far for the top 10 cars. 11, 12.
Where's
How you get more rubber on your tires?
I got one.
Brady Reed.
Where's
Here,
Brandon
stop
at?
for the 93. Jesse King still in the pits. Gotta wonder if he's just trying to get
I see Chris.
made. We did see a slight bit of contact. Chuck Sweeting in a similar.
Yeah, I don't see Brandon.
Catch his issues, but he did spend a little bit extra.
Oh, I think he may.
King doing the same as we said, just trying to get things straightened out the best that he can on that race car. Certainly a fast repair is available, but didn't need it really in that instance. It's not significant contact, but he did flatten both sides of the race car. Right side's in the safer barrier, the left side's in
I
another
think Brandon
car.
posted something in the chat.
Go ahead and
That was
follow
Mike
him
Koch to be specific.
Yeah.
King's going to restart here, shotgun on the field.
Bears, you need to be up to top though. You were above the.
I didn't look to see how many laps we can make it.
I think it's going to be about 56, 57. 56, I think, is what it is.
So as you can see,
Oh, then we'll make it then.
here behind the iRacing pace car, the lights have
As
turned
long as it's
on.
above
We're on the one to go. Next time by will be
54,
green flag racing.
54, 55.
Yeah,
Go up onto the tower.
guess so.
Don Cleek in the chat says, "Let's go, Cleek. Too slow."
Gonna have to use the tires up for real.
Out there and push him, Todd. Where are you, buddy? My engine in that
Get
car.
ready.
I gave him that engine, and that's what my boys are pushing. That's just what popped in my head.
The pace car is in.
The joys of ADD. Quick top 10 before we go back to green. It's McCann, Petit, Bentz, Tim Schofield, Chris Meffer, Daniel Dow, Garrett Johnston, William Tyndall, Mike Koch, Chris Wally into the top 10 for the first time tonight. McCann on the jump. Waits late into the restart zone, but he fires off, gets the jump on the rest of the field. Side-by-side battle behind him for the second spot between the 60 and the 27. That's Petit and Bentz. Side-by-side, same story here, 4th and 5th.
I see it, Chuck. Go
Chris Mefford working his way through to the inside of Tim Schofield. And here comes the 8 of William Tyndall.
Nice save.
Back to the stripe. McCann's going to lead the lap after the restart. We still watch this fight between the 46 and the 12. Chris Mefford in the 46 down low, the black, white, and red machine. 12 is Schofield, who just gives up the spot here, tucks in behind Mefford. Oh, big wiggle there, the 15 and the 8. Tyndall, a little bit of contact from Garrett Johnston, loosens him up, sends him up the racetrack off turn number 2, but Johnston not waiting. He goes up there quickly. Here comes the 28 of Daniel Dow. He drives it way deep into 3 and 4. See how much that hurts the race car here later on in the run. Usually those first 5 to 10 laps is when you really got to take care of the tires. Otherwise, they're going to haunt you the rest of the run. Bentz hung on the outside. Now Chris Mefford's going to make the move around the 27. He's going to start hunting the 60 of Petit. Schofield's going to take the spot too. I got to wonder if the 27's just being passive here. We just talked about it a moment ago about tires and how important they are to be babying them early on in this run. It might be what's going on here with Bentz. Saw McCann drop back at the beginning of this race, lost a lot of ground, but after some time was able to reel in the top 2 and then eventually take the top spot. Watching the 28 here, Daniel Dow had to check up there, put a lot of wheel into it to avoid contact with Garrett Johnston. He's still now alongside Casey Bentz. This would be the battle for the 6th spot. Dow's got a nose out for now. See if he can get clear down into turn 1 as he reels in Garrett Johnston.
Stay low, there's a car on the high
They're
side.
up the pack here. Chris Mefford working to the outside of the 60 machine. This for the second position. They're side by side into turn number 3. Late turn in from the 60. Mefford caught it in time. No contact made, but the 60 catches the apron of the racetrack, shoots him up just a bit, makes possibly some contact with Mefford. Couldn't tell for sure. He's going to lose some ground. We saw the same happen to Jesse King at the end of that last run. Schofield down the racetrack, almost contact with Petit. That was close. Don't know what his spotter said, but it looked like a self-clear to me.
Still there, hold the line.
He's going to battle back to the inside.
9, 2, 4, clear low, clear low. Inside.
Everybody's got somewhere to be.
A little too hot for you.
Great battle here in the top.
Pace-wise.
Schofield trying to hang on to the spot. That's third. That he's
Almost got wrecked.
He's putting pressure on Brian McCann.
That's why I kept trying to get in front of people because I kept feeling like I was getting wrecked. About to be wrecked.
Back now to third, now to fourth. 6.
Yeah, no, I felt like I was using way too much tire.
Schofield second.
Clear low, clear low.
Heck, now I'm in 6th. I got to pass all these people. Of course,
Trying the top.
passing ain't hard, so
Speed up top without
if there's a huge tire difference, that is.
top 3 all single file relatively.
And there is. I was starting to notice it at the end of that last run. I
Right side with Garrett Johnston.
was still gaining on the 2 that
All clear, all
I'll
clear.
just ride right here.
took off at the start.
Tucks in behind now, takes the spot from
I think I can just hold this spot and save pretty good.
but not for long. Jumps down to the bottom of the racetrack, gets alongside Johnston. And keep it pinned down there and on the throttle at the same time, though. Johnston with a little bit more of a run down through the dogleg. Schofield
I kind of want to take it easy a little bit.
60 regrouping. Put some distance on the 12 down the backstretch here. 4 or 5 car lengths back to third. Schofield now in trouble here, looking to the 28 of Dow, closing in as well.
Hey, Kenneth, thank you. Trying. Taking it easy right now.
Got one outside. All clear, all clear.
We got 47 more laps on these tires.
Battle for the race lead is on. Mefford has it now, but by just about a tenth, if even that. Petit right there. Cooled his tires off, regrouped, went back to the whip. Now he's right there, half a car left off the back.
Red and white car on the bottom is slowing up here a bit.
Mefford drives it deep into
You didn't lose any too much time.
early back to the power.
Nah, I just stuck with what I got here.
64 Mustang.
Got one outside. Stay low. All clear, all clear.
I think the front two are using them up, so I'm not worried about it.
Back to the back straightaway. Mefford trying to hang
Oh, for sure.
spot, but the 60's got position into turn number 3, drives it to the bottom of the racetrack, straddling that new fresh pavement patch they've got there in the middle of 3 and 4. Maybe some grip there, maybe not. It didn't seem to hurt him at all, but not enough to get around Mefford. Mefford continues to lead.
Didn't see that coming.
On the board.
How many sets of tires do we got?
Great battle for the race lead, back and forth.
2 over the wall right now.
Petit not able to get past and
I'm not taking tires.
but man, is he sticking with it. It is out.
Yeah, my radio sound bad out there.
Not sure who's involved in
You're
that.
thinking
Otherwise,
cautions
he's
breed
going
cautions
to
here.
all of a sudden.
So, Tyndall, that was you getting me back for what you
Yeah,
did
I'm not
to
sure
yourself
if I
last
want
week or 2
to
weeks ago?
splash up.
Getting an indication
What would that game me?
triggered this, but
I don't think it gains you anything now, because you can for sure split it.
Down.
His chat is
I mean, if
right
you
now,
don't
but
get
he's
another
on Discord
caution,
with
you're
us. He
probably at a
definitely was saying
disadvantage.
He didn't mean to do that, but he's going to take the ELL.
Yeah, I
for
guess
it.
there's no benefit for getting gas here.
And leak.
I was about to say, I thought maybe I came down until
Not a
I
real
saw
big
who it was.
incident by any means.
He thought you'd come down.
I'll just
He
stick with
didn't
what I got,
want to
I
take
guess.
The risk on the penalty next week. So he's on.
Dindal gets into the left rear. It's a 77 of Zach Cleek. Just gets him crossed up and off pace enough that the iRacing system threw the yellow.
Them guys take tires. We're screwed.
Cause of the night.
Well, that's what
Pit road is closed.
they're definitely gonna run through the field here at the end of this run.
It was all for
Yeah, but they ain't going to lap us, so I don't think it matters.
second and third place machines decided to hit
I
pit
think it's
lane.
going to be an issue of hopefully we get a caution at the end and can use
We're gonna get that
our last set.
sequence here. I can't see them putting a
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm banking on.
They only had 3 over the wall to begin with. We're still not.
I can't take-
halfway.
I can't have one set left for another 90 laps, you know. That's
Yeah.
Should have been on a
Tough.
different fuel strategy, get them a little bit off cycle with everybody else. And he's going to put tires on. I don't know if I like this idea.
we go like
Like Koch in the pits.
40 laps from here and take tires.
Fuel here for Adam Petit.
And we're golden.
Pole sitter tonight. They just took tires here at our competition caution. That was about lap 25, lap 26. So that just leaves one set of tires left for the number 60. Interesting. And Daniel Dow did the same. Looks like he put tires on as well, as did Grady Ray.
Oh, they'll have fun during this stage.
And I see the temptation. This place does seem to eat up tires, and it builds tight, which is really frustrating as a driver. At least if it builds loose, at least you got to fight the car, and it's fun. Builds tight, you just got to lift.
All
Going
right, man,
slower
we're
is no
going green
fun.
next time by. All right, man. Line up on the outside row now.
You chose outside?
Yeah, I forgot. I was kind of daydreaming there. It's all good. I got my friend inside here.
Watch me go up the middle.
Got Albert Anderson in the HBR.
You'll let me duck in, won't you?
It'll be interesting
Oh, yeah.
how that plays out for the 60. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it paying off. I mean, anything's possible.
I know these two are going to be going at it.
Long
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know what's going to happen.
Kind of seems like we're gonna. That incident that we just had here, our first caution for cause, and we're still 20 or so shy of halfway.
Yeah, we'll just go around. Either side.
Well, we're
You starting in first?
If you haven't already done so, go ahead and like
No.
the stream itself. That helps us immensely.
Kind of
But more importantly, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Just make sure.
Oh my God, it'll work though.
The last time I said hit the subscribe button, I lost 3 people, so I think they may have already done it. And then they
If nobody else is doing it, I ain't gonna do it. I'll save it for as a secret.
trying to get that push to 1,000.
Nobody else is at first.
Be great if we got it in before the end of the year, but I'm realistically looking at 2025 for that. So help us out. Click the like button, click subscribe, turn on the notifications, all the good stuff.
You're back in third. You got one outside. Stay low.
Pace car is in. Wait for Barney to drop that green flag and get us back underway from Kentucky Speedway. Race 3 of the IROC Challenge Series. Into the restart zone. Chris Mefford brings him in. He hammers the throttle. We're back underway.
Still there. Hold your line. You're clear high. Clear high.
I ain't gonna use that much tire.
All right, man. You're back in second.
And just like that, a battle for the race lead. Mefford and McCann side by side through 3 and 4. Chris Mefford top side, McCann down low.
The leader just did a 31.1.
Mefford hangs out of the spot. McCann tucks back in behind, about a 10.5 back, or let's just call it a car length or less at this point. Garrett Johnston rolling up in 3rd. Schofield 4th. Casey Bentz running into 5th spot. The only Toyota in the field tonight. Big time traffic here just outside the top 5. Zachary Cleek, though, after his small smoke, up into the 5th spot. And Jesse King looking to the outside. He's in 6th, looking for more.
Here comes fresh tires already.
Jesse King with a 3 wide onto turn number 2. Down in the middle, and then the 36 of Josh Mears down low.
The 60's in 4th, and he's the first one to take tires.
Tempo. You better not wreck me.
Jesse King either not happy or trying to give Bentz a bit of a push. Just a few feet between the two of them at this point as they roll back through turns 1 and 2. King in the number 25 Energizer car. Tyndall slips up the racetrack, hit the apron, closes the gap to the 57, almost gets into him. Crossover from King on Bentz as they roll back into the corner. Side by side, King now on the low side. Bentz up in the middle. They're going to close the doors. Cleek is on the top side there. Bentz has to check up. Opens the door for Chris Wally as he gets into the top 10. Crazy action here just inside the top 10.
YOLO, Daniel.
Further up the racetrack, Daniel Dow continues to march forward, gets to the inside of Garrett Johnston down the back straightaway.
Clear low.
He'll get
low.
clear into 3, drives it way deep into 3 and 4, almost all the way to the back bumper of Brian McCann.
I got it.
Meanwhile, possible change for the race lead. Petit to the inside of Chris Mefford. At the line, the 60 retakes the top spot. Mefford now back to
Sorry
second.
about that.
Wreck him. I'm just big.
How are you feeling about the pace up there?
Challenge Series.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Name's known.
Just hit the wall.
Fast right out of the gate.
I saw that.
Well, second place being contended now. Chris Mefford trying to hang on, but to the outside, it's Daniel Dow. Yeah, and you got to keep in mind those top 2 now, Adam Petit, Daniel Dow. They made a pit stop at lap 42, and they did take the full set of time all the way around. Their second of 3 sets were burned. They're going to be real fast now, just considering that tire differential with the rest of the field. But it's going to come back to these guys later on. They're going to have to fight the race car on old rubber.
Got one outside.
With only one set left over the
I'm
wall.
just trying to stay out of your way so we don't
You're
wreck you.
clear high. Clear high.
It's hard to pass. It's easy to get below them in 3 and 4s. It's hard to get that exit.
Again, now back to the inside. Chris Mefford up top. This for the 3rd spot now. Really the most realistic battle to look at right now. Again, those top 2 on much fresher tires by comparison.
I just have to ride behind him a little bit. He's who I'm racing right now anyway.
They're back out of turn number 2. Chris Wally hanging out of the 10th spot just ahead of Casey Benz. Benz was struggling to stay into the top 10. He was fast earlier on in this run. He's worked his way through. Seems shot out of a cannon, but that pace has fallen off quite a bit. Runs in the 11th position. Casey started in the 3rd spot here tonight. Battle for position. Bill Hull trying to hold off the 9 of Adam Benefield.
Outside.
Adam on the bottom and that white and
Still
green
there.
machine.
All clear, all clear. Outside. You're clear high, clear high.
Couldn't get it. We got a pretty big difference on our tires though, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem. We'll just have to wait a few more laps.
Or Zach Cleek was running up in the top 5 there not that long ago. I don't know if there was an issue.
Done got mine hot.
77 has fallen back to the 17th position. Relatively short order. While behind Zachary Cleek, Brady Ray, the number 93. We keep seeing him blink in and out, losing connection. We'll go back up the field before the 8th hole, looking to the inside of Mike Koch again. Meanwhile, ahead of them, Case Benz trying to work around the 57 of Chuck Sweeting. More side-by-side action here, 2 rows deep as they work back into turn number 3. Sweeting drives it down at the bottom of the racetrack. Benz continues to free fall. I don't know if he just got those tires too hot or it's just starting to wear out on him and he can't keep that thing turning. Either way, he's a little off the pace from what we expected and what we saw earlier on in the run. Ken Couch in the chat says, sounding better, Steve. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I'm about 98% here. We're still hanging on just a tiny bit, but
Dock it, Dave.
thanks, Ken. Drivers settling into a groove here at Kentucky. It's getting pretty well strung out. Wally in the 10th spot trying to pick up the 9th position from the 8 of Tyndall. This is the point in the race where I believe drivers are just finally starting to realize, man, I got to drive this thing with some worn out tires. When do we get an opportunity here? It's going to be a bit. Again, last pit stop coming at lap 26 for the majority of the field. A few made a stop at lap 42. Ironically enough, only 2 of them were able to power through the field to the front. That's Adam Petit, Daniel Dow.
I cut the wrong angle on it.
Tyndall, he pitted.
I was going to do a run there.
It was a fuel-only stop, though, for the 8. Then Sweeting and Koch, they also pitted lap 42. That was fuel only for Koch.
I got to let it cool off.
Zachary Gleek has slipped down to the 19th position. Not sure if he's dealing with some connection issues as well, or if that's just Grady Ray ahead of him. We've seen the 93 blink out quite a bit.
The leader just did a 32.051.
Casey Bent's now running in 14th. Aaron Johnston, Tim Schofield side by side as they work into turn number 3. Schofield on the bottom. Schofield going to slip up just a bit here. Might push the 15 up towards the safer barrier. Does it just gently. Still side by side at the line. Couple of laps shy of halfway. Schofield hangs on to the spot for the time being. Meanwhile, other drivers working towards the front.
You gonna get by him or what?
67.
I don't know.
To be 68.
I'm starting to doubt myself.
About a half a lap. We'll be halfway when they cross the stripe. Meanwhile, Ryan McCann jumping to the inside, took a peek to the inside of Chris Mefford. Tried to catch him sleeping, but no avail for the 3 right now. He still runs 4th to work out of turn number 4. Might just be a matter of time. They cross the stripe. We're past halfway here at Kentucky Speedway, meaning we're going to step aside, get a quick HPR TV side-by-side break
All right,
out of the way. We'll be back. You won't miss a moment after this.
I met Marcos Garza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
It'd be a whole lot easier if he made a mistake. Problem is, if I try, I may only get one shot, and we're coming up on the pit lap
The
shortly.
leader just did a 32.118.
Go inside.
How many more laps do we go? After I smack the wall
Yeah,
for no
100
reason.
Here, Brian.
Stay low. There's a car on the high side. All clear, all clear.
And I completely throw it in when he gives it to me.
You're back in third. Keep digging.
How's it feeling?
Tight. And like I don't know how to drive once I got out in the lead.
Man, I was gaining on you guys while he was holding you up. I decided to slap the wall going into one for some reason. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
No, I don't think I do.
Back at Kentucky Speedway, 75 laps in the books. Adam Petit continues to lead over Daniel Dow, Brian McCann, Chris Mefford, and Tim Schofield. Right now, it's not even close.
When we pitting?
3.8 seconds back to second.
That's what I was just thinking about here.
Daniel.
Right, I mean, I guess shows are out of gas.
Gets back to Brian McCann.
Which is like 10 laps, 11 laps.
Drivers settling into this run still. Again, the majority of the field made a pit stop here at lap 26. Some drivers going to pit right now. In fact, Jesse King's one of those. Makes the left turn down.
People that are pitting now, they got
The leader just did
no
a
shot at making it.
32.16.
I think hitting that wall is becoming my new hobby.
Right side tires going on. I imagine a 4-tire stop for the 25. There it is for Goodyear Racing.
Pitting 87, that'll be 48 laps to go.
Yeah, I don't think I can get to 87.
King has been known to do a lot of road racing as well, so maybe he's working the under.
Don't really have to go that far.
Get some fresher rubber underneath him to gain some track position on that front look. Before the rest of these drivers get an opportunity to pit.
$85 maybe? That'd be
that's
50, right?
reasonable. Yeah, I think 50 to go is
Because
good.
we got a few drivers undercutting us by a big shot.
Not enough. I mean, they're going to have to pit again, though.
You think?
There's no way they're making it from here.
The stage of the race, everybody seems somewhat content to run reasonably single file. Mike Koch going up the racetrack, though. Wally applying some pressure to William Tyndall. This will be for the 7th spot.
Where are we at?
Yeah,
Now we're hitting 55.
it was just
now.
one. Yeah, 55. It was just Jesse King who pitted.
Yeah, I thought a few others did too. Maybe they was just getting
Oh yeah, I see another one.
too rough to drive or something.
Garrett.
Wally to the inside. It's also going to
No, they're doing a fuel play, I think.
close the gap just a bit.
19, just hit the
Well, I can't hold the
lap.
bottom, though, up the racetrack.
30.428.
Wally.
I don't know. I think we could go anytime, honestly.
Yeah, fuel window's open now, I'd say.
Just to give you guys an idea of the tire fall off here. Some other drivers are making their pit stops.
I think I'm going to go to 85.
Fastest lap of the day so far, 30.74. His last lap, a 32.24. Pretty
Open for a caution.
By comparison, race leader Adam Petit.
Yeah, just
tires by comparison.
that's where I feel comfortable at.
32.13. So yeah,
Garrett and Jesse's going to be way out in the lead, but we'll run them down pretty hard.
Those lap times have reasonably equalized. Again, this long stretch of green flag run, not really falling into.
Everybody's so spread out, it'll probably go green.
Pit stop at lap 42.
Yeah, unless someone screws up on entering pit road like myself.
You didn't happen to see what positions they were in when they went in, did you?
I didn't.
He's going to take his second set of tires.
I didn't see how many seconds back there were either.
32.25.
Yeah, we might need a
Pretty
pit.
good.
Mefford just went in. I don't know, I might wait a few more laps.
I'm gonna
Just
go
to
in
get
this time.
Yeah, honestly,
All right, I'm going to stick to my 85. I'm going to see how it works.
as you think they could be. If this thing runs green all the way to,
Fine, I'll go one more.
this could work out. They've already run about 40 plus laps on this.
Yeah, I'm going to come out like
They were able to drive through the
fifth or sixth, but
when they did.
oh well.
Now they can set those lap times and kind of equaled out to compare it to the drivers that made their pit stops at lap 26. If it came down to pit when all these other drivers do and it stays green,
Go inside.
I'll pit this time.
they're in good shape. However, if the caution comes out late, the drivers that saved that third set, they're in the catbird seat.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I ain't got it set up.
Dependent on yellows. The way this race is running really could tip in the favor of Petit and Dow.
I had my tires unchecked.
The car behind you is pitting.
Effort now shown in the 19th position.
I just got a black flag.
Down now against
Oh no.
pit cycle. So green speeding finally.
Yep, I almost spun out.
But you will likely see
Careful out there.
these guys will
We've got about 2
All right.
laps left.
stay out a little longer to fully utilize that last set of tires. If they try to jump back on cycle with the rest of the field. Gofield in the pits.
Pit boxing 10,
Man, this is a brutal penalty. Oh my god.
5,
35 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Ryan McCann
Right
now
here.
pulls off of turn 4. He's going to hit pit road. Now they might be able to go to the end on fuel here. That's one of the questions. The full fuel load, still not 100% sure on what the fuel
it,
window
go.
is as far as the laps are concerned. Can trying to get to his pit stall ahead of the 81 of
Be mindful,
Funkhauser.
you only have one set
Pulls
of
to a
tires
stop.
remaining.
Casey
car
Benz
behind
finishing
you
up
pitting.
his pit work. He's down and away. Can with the right side tires on, through around to the left.
It's a lot of cars in front of me.
Fuel for Brian McCann. McCann drops
Outside.
the jack
Stay
here,
low, there's a car on the high
15:27 to
side.
stop.
You're clear high, clear high. The leader is pitting now. Got one inside.
I got to
All clear,
imagine
all
this
clear.
may
All
be a
clear,
trigger
all
here
clear.
for the top two to come down.
Shit,
to
it's
the
loose.
next lap or so.
The car in front is pitting.
Yep, here he comes. 60 of Adam Petit pulls into pit lane here for what could be his last stop of the day.
Inside. Still there. Hold your line.
Went 45 laps,
Clear low,
On this-
clear low.
set of tires and tank of
Got
fuel.
one outside. All clear, all clear.
Got about 47 left.
Got one inside. Still there.
Either
Clear
way,
low,
unless he
clear
needs to
low.
get some fuel late, he's out of tires at this point. Last set going on to the 60 machine.
32.618. The car behind you.
Mike Koch is taking over the top spot in the meantime. He drops the jack, he heads down the road. 14.9 seconds. Koch with the lead. McCann getting his lap back. Brian McCann back into the lead lap grouping of cars in the now 9th position. It's the 20 down now going down the lap, but he'll be able to catch up to the 85 rather quickly here after he's put on some fresh tires as well. The current top four, it's Mike Koch, Chuck Sweeting, William Tyndall, and Grady Ray. These drivers all pit last at lap 42, and here comes Mike Koch. He's going to come down and pit. Now we know we can go this far on a tank of fuel.
Gaining on the car in front. The gap is 1.4
Well, this would likely be the
seconds.
final stop for the 85, but again, still has an extra set waiting if he needs it later on. The series not
Pulling
known
away
for
from
its
the car
cautions,
behind. The gap is 3.8
but if it
seconds.
does come out,
Thanks, Zach.
you will see some drivers utilize that extra set of tires that some of the faster guys just don't have tonight. Sweeting now takes over the top spot.
Got one inside. All clear, all clear. The leader is pitting now. You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 1.7 seconds.
As it stands right now, still a couple of drivers needing to make their final pit stop. Sweeting's going to do that right now. I would assume Tyndall's going to follow him here in the next lap. Tyndall wants to get a lap led here. Can't say I blame him. That puts currently 9 cars on the lead lap. Chris Wally in 10th would be the first car 1 lap down. We'll get the lucky dog if the yellow were to come out. Once
Well, there's Jesse King.
that's going to cycle a lot of these guys back through, with the exception of Tim Schofield and Zach Leake. Not sure what happened to Schofield, as he's now down 2 laps. He was very fast early on. It's one of those laps back right
Clear,
there.
all clear.
3-2. Who's the leader? Win. Oh, I got this. This is a win.
All right, man. You're
He
back.
finishes up. Then Tyndall from the race lead now. The last car to pit.
I think so.
This is a winner. I only got 1.5 seconds and 40 laps. Unless a caution comes out.
Need a caution.
No,
Can you make one?
I don't.
Tyndall
Can you make one, please?
Effort back the
No.
lead. He was able to cycle past the 60.
I'm going to win this race if caution don't come out.
You're back in
Core
fourth.
tire change.
That's just greedy.
The battle is on for the race lead. The 60 goes back to the inside here, looking for the top spot. Petit with 6 laps newer tires.
Outside.
Make relatively short work of the 46. Chris is going to try and battle back, but he's fighting against the losing battle here. Not much he can do here until later on in this run when these cars become a little bit more equal.
The leader just did a 31.004. You're back in third.
We're looking at the tower here. We've got now 16 cars back on the lead lap. William Tyndall in 16th. He is 25 plus seconds in the rears, but nevertheless still on the lead lap. We're just shy of 40 laps to go here from Kentucky Speedway. Albert,
I don't know that Adam guy. He's only 2 laps worse than I am, and he's got quite the distance on me, so that's going to be a little tough.
I think he might have the strategy figured out too. Again, if the caution comes out, I think it all goes out the window. But Adam Petit made an early stop during the comp caution to take tires, as did everybody else. But him and Daniel Dow took an opportunity at lap 42 and took tires again. So that was the second set of the 3 they were allotted tonight. Just taking that final set on this most recent stop for Petit was a lap 87. In fact, Dow was the same lap. They can definitely make it to the end on fuel. They can certainly make it to the end on this set of tires because, well, they don't have a choice. But they really need this thing to run green to the end. As every lap that goes by, the new versus old tires, they get a little bit closer each time. Meanwhile, Brian McCann up into the second spot. In fact, last lap was about a half-tenth faster than Adam Petit, so he is starting to reel in the 60/49. Brian McCann fast almost everywhere we go. He's been tested a little bit this season in this car. But man, does he have the ability to close when these races get towards the end. pretty well separated.
Pulling away from the
Team
car
race
behind.
leader about
The
2
gap is
seconds back.
Gaining on the lead.
3 seconds.
Ken was faster yet again the last time by. Bedford third, Johnston fourth, Daniel Dow runs fifth. Jesse King hanging tough there in that sixth spot. Seventh is Chris Wally. Bill Hull up to eighth. Ninth is Mike Koch. 10th, Chuck Sweeting. Further down the line, 11th, Adam Benefield. Doug Wysocki, 12th. Funkhauser runs 13th. Casey Bentz, again, was fast early, but now runs in the 14th spot. Loses that now to William Tyndall. Tyndall jumps up to 14th. And then the last car on the lead lap, it's the 36 of Joshua Mears. On board with McCann. Got some work to do. McCann still quicker, about a 10.
The leader just did a 31.48.
Time Petit took it back. Couple of tenths faster for the 60.
He's looking like he might take the long run. Unless he starts slowing down a lot, I ain't going to be able to catch him.
Daniel Dow doing the same, working his way back towards the front as he gets clear of Garrett Johnston for the fourth spot. Then there's Jesse King back in P6, kind of all by his lonesome. Nobody up front, nobody out back, just kind of running qualifying laps here. And he's saving fuel here. He made his pit stop at lap 75, so he may have some work to do to make this thing all the way to the end. Tried to short pit for the tire advantage, but it may have...
He's actually taking away from me right now, but I think I'm using too much tire.
Let's ride on board.
So I backed off.
This is the lift and
But I've done got him hot now.
Racers do this, but you can do the same on an oval with similar...
I'm pushing big time. I tried to catch him and then wore my right front out. Oh no.
Just coast and idle into the...
I got to talking to her soon earlier.
All you can hear is tire squeal.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a caution now. Yeah, he's going to take off and leave me.
Jesse King might have a problem if we run green to the end. Chris Wally just waiting to pick up another spot here. Bill Hall.
Sure you don't want a caution?
In behind one.
Yeah, I'll take one now.
Burn up your stuff?
Yeah, I was trying to run him down because he was getting away from me and I still had to pass like 2 cars.
Just keep hitting your mark.
I think I burned it up.
Well, I think Wally's going to have some company up here in 7th place. Maybe something can happen there.
Leading to the inside of Tim Schofield. This is not a position. Schofield shown 17th.
Yeah, he's just pulling away from me now.
Sweeting trying to put somebody in between himself.
Oh, he's absolutely toast if there's a caution. There's no way around it.
Oh, wait, was he one that took tires early?
Pretty sure.
Are you talking about the leader? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he has a set.
I have killed my right front so bad. I can't save it at this point. It's past that point in no
The
return.
leader just did a
30 laps to go here from Kentucky Speedway.
This would be a perfect time for a caution. This would be absolutely gorgeous.
Seconds back to Brian McCann, and
Everybody's got some
sail here, running some
tire wear, and there's enough laps to still need to take care of them.
Does he stay there? Just a little bit slower, 32.10 to McCann's 32.02. Again, guys, if anybody knows if I'm saying this guy's last name correct, let me know. I don't know if it's Petit.
fun.
Thank you.
Got quite a pack here. Big battle.
36 and Josh.
Good. I like to hear it.
Also with some work to do.
5 cars.
2 seconds back from the next competitor, Casey Benz. Again, surprised to see Casey so far back. He was fast early on. Really,
As long as they don't catch me in it.
these guys in the top 5. Don't know if he sustained some damage or if he's just burned off those tires. Doug Wysocki started in the 16th spot. He's up to 14th, just having a run. Funkhauser, haven't talked a whole lot about the 81 tonight, though. He started back in the 17th spot. He's up 4 and 13th. And kind of a similar situation. Nobody too close. Out front or in back.
Ooh, that was close. Oh, you almost got it.
Dang.
Running in down a
Jesse and Mike.
Started in the top 5, finds himself 12th. Looking for more. Car length and a half, maybe 2 off the back bumper of Adam Benefield. All taking a look here at the start-finish line. Now looking to the inside in turn 1. Way up the racetrack is Benefield. Let's see if he's got the run out of 2. Not quite. Tyndall gets clear and clear by a couple car lengths. Benefield, though, on the attack into 3. Drives it in deep. Closes the gap just a bit, but not quite enough. Tyndall one more position closer to the top 10 with 25 laps to go. Jesse King is the number 25 who runs in that 10th spot. Mike Koch running in 9th. Bill Hull in 8th. Swally runs in the 7th spot. Chuck Sweeting having a day. Started 15th up to 6th. Would love to crack that top 5, but he's got work to do. He's got 6.6 seconds to make up on Garrett Johnston if he wants to do it. Garrett just got to run his race the racetrack to the very end. Daniel Dow about 2 seconds up on 5th place. Starting to catch Chris Mefford, though. 3/4 second gap up to the 46. See if Dow can reel him in here with 23 to go. Mefford does have 6 lap older tires by comparison.
Got quite the battle up here.
Dow really smooth here. Pulls another 10th off that gap.
Oh, great. Someone else is a lap down. Too late for me.
You gotta quit hitting that apron.
Mefford took some back. It's up to about 7/10 yet again, so kind of a back and forth battle here. This would be a top 3 position for Dow if he could get it. Chris Mefford not likely to give it up easy. Talked about a bunch throughout this race as we get deeper and deeper into these green flag runs. Tire advantage becomes less and less of an advantage and more just kind of an equilibrium between the drivers with the older versus newer, especially when we're talking only 5, 6, 7 lap difference. Early on, we saw lap times equaling out even with an almost a 20 lap differential between tires. Last laps for the top two, only 0.04 of a second separating them. Still out 2.5 seconds here with less than 19 laps to go.
The leader just did a 32.199.
Casey Benson, some traffic here with the 93 of Grady Ray. Grady continues to have connection issues. You see that car just disappearing from view, and the leader is right in the mix of this. You got to be careful here. He can drop back in. He still has yet to come back. There he is. Adam Petit's got to be careful because the 93 of Ray disappears, and then the leader fills that gap. And then the 93 reappears in that same space. It could be disaster for whoever's there. Luckily, the leader's able to get the clear. Ray dropping back still. Casey Bentz now finally going down a lap. Tough break to see that out of the 27. He was so fast early on. The lap traffic, though, has allowed Brian McCann to cut into that race lead. I don't know if he's going to get close enough here with 15.5 to go. Definitely cut in about 4.5 tenths.
Heck no, it ain't gonna help me. He's got clean air. I gotta pass 3 people.
Go in.
This leader gets clear of the lap traffic, at least for the time being.
You're clear high, clear high.
But he's also slowing down quite a bit here.
One, still a couple
Well,
of
I
seconds
say quite a bit, but not really.
down the track.
A tenth.
McCann now working with Grady Ray, trying to get clear of the 93.
Need him to slow him down by about 2 to 3 tenths.
Predictable, with the exception of the connection issues, but McCann to the bottom.
That ain't gonna happen.
He'll get by and continues to close the gap here. It's now down to 1.85 seconds between first to second. It was
I'll take the caution.
A handful of laps ago. McCann was a 0.5 tenth faster in the last lap. But if he does that all the way to the end, he'll catch him. And now McCann can reel in some of the same lap traffic that the race leader had to deal with. McCann can get through here without losing too much ground. It's going to be key.
Oh no, I can't hit the wall. That'll really hurt my chances.
Deficit down to
Dang it.
1.7.
That could have been the race right there.
Picking up another tenth. 12 to go.
That could have been it. I needed that lap.
McCann a full tenth faster that lap.
I was rolling good.
The leader just did
I don't think he's got enough time.
32.244.
Unless he really picks up the pace here, I don't think the green's got enough to catch the race leader here and do anything with him. Race leader's tires are a couple of laps newer. Again, the later we go, the less that matters.
Got one outside. All clear, all clear.
Oh, his tires are new. I thought mine were newer. Whoa. So he's got that much distance on me and better tires.
We have 10 to go this time.
Hey, this ain't gonna happen.
One more lap car between the race leader and Brian McCann. That's Zachary Cleek. And was faster still. Just over a tenth quicker, but again, there's 10 to go here. He's going to need to do more than that. Meanwhile, Jesse King has fallen back just a bit here, running in the 11th spot. Battling with the 9 of Adam Benefiel. Again, King was in fuel save mode. Don't know if he's going to have enough to make it to the end. That might be why he's shedding positions, at least now. He's completely out of the throttle, middle of the corner. Change of position. Garrett Johnston trying to take it from Chuck Sweeting. Sweeting is going to battle back on the outside. Further up into the top 4, Daniel Dow still in that 4th position. Able to reel in the 46 of Mefford, at least for the time being. We've got 6 laps to go.
5 laps to go. The leader just did a 32.
Meanwhile, the gap from first to second continues to get smaller and smaller. It's now down to under 1.2 seconds. Again, they're going to have to deal with another lap car. It's the 81 of Josh Funkhauser.
Outside.
Josh has been known to give the leaders plenty of room. We'll see if that happens here. As McCann catches him just about into turn number 1. McCann's already lost a 10th here just from the dirty air from the 81. Funkhauser slips a bit.
No way I catch the leader.
It's going to really hurt the exits.
Unless he like hits the wall or something.
Another 10th here as they get down into 3 now.
Even still, it'd be hard to catch him.
First lap in a while that Petit was faster than McCann. Let's see how it looks this time by. Leader ran a 27. McCann ran a 44. Lap traffic hurt him that time. It might be all she wrote. I think race leader Adam Petit can kind of go into cruise control here.
There is a battle back here.
Well, it needs to happen if it's going to happen.
I know. I'm running on time.
I'm gonna go low and get out of here. Go ahead. You go low. Go ahead.
I mean, maybe if I had 10 more laps, but right now, no. It ain't going to happen.
You're good. Thanks, man.
Here we go, side by side. What do we got?
Just like that, though, McCann took back a couple of tenths.
You let him go.
2 laps to go here. I don't see him being able to reel him in, but it dumps it down even further. It's 1.1 through 3 and 4. A daylight between the leader and McCann, but for how long? Looks like they're going to reel in Doug Wysocki here. The race leader's going to have to make short work in the 34.
All right, man. White flag. 1 more lap to go.
Last lap, McCann was over a 10th quicker yet again.
Nothing happened. Dang.
Adam Petit goes way bottom of the racetrack to get clear of Doug Wysocki. White flag in the air. Final lap for the 60. Full second advantage plus. Back to Brian McCann. Should have plenty.
Wee! Second.
Car in between. On a turn number 2. Deficit 1.06 seconds. McCann is there, and it's got to hurt because it's just a matter of laps, I think. He needed more time, but through 3 and 4 for the final time. Adam Petit with a still second advantage off turn number 4. He's going to take the checkered flag.
Chris Mefford in 3rd.
Adam Petit wins it in his first IROC race.
That was his first race?
Second place.
I didn't think I would recognize the name.
Home in third.
Well, heck, that's pretty good then.
Jesse King still under power. We'll see if he can make it back to the start-finish line. He's been saving fuel for quite some time. Jesse King will make it back to the stripe.
Well, I guess Jesse did make it.
Finished 12th. Last car.
I didn't think he would. He had to limp it, though.
Well, we're going to talk to Adam here in a little bit. We'll find out if I got his name wrong or not. I'm sure I do. It's kind of my thing.
There's a wreck somewhere. Where was that at?
All right, brother. Have a good week.
All right, you too. Here? Oh, yeah.
Adam Petit wrapping up the burnouts here. We're going to step aside, get our final break out of the way. We'll be back with our top 3 finishers after this. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I met Marcos Garza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos' team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Oh, by right. But everybody's slowing down. Is it just because the car was sliding? I guess so. He just saved it. I think that's what caused the caution. Yeah, because he's not getting back on the throttle here. Well, that's interesting. A slide caution. Oh no, I clicked the wrong button. I went to live view.
I got lucky.
Were you, did you take tires after that one caution?
I did.
I was wondering, yeah. You got that huge lead on us and then was able to maintain it.
Yeah, after we came in and I was like, oh shit, maybe we just made the wrong decision.
That could have went either way. You know, another caution came out and you didn't have any more tires, did you?
No, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh shit, like another, caution, or I didn't know if there was going to be another stage. That's why I thought so many people stayed out.
I got you. Is this your first race in IROC?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Nice. First race taking a win.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That's like somebody I know.
And Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for
Where
all
is
your
Brandon?
shipping needs.
He is in Atlanta. He's in Atlanta right now at a factory tour for his work.
Drop lot facility.
Oh, nice.
Just in
Yeah, he
time
comes back
deliveries
Wednesday
to all
evening.
Auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri,
Yeah.
Indianapolis.
The fact that I had that big lead and then you still were only a second behind me is like, holy shit, man.
UMP modified in silver.
I was just looking at my child waiting for that caution to come out.
Outlaws. Visit us at
I was not.
SmartLogistics.net. Find us on Facebook.
Did he wreck him on purpose here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. They just had a disagreement on where turn-in was. Because I think 8 was slightly starting to turn. Either that or the 77 was forcing them down.
All I can say is I'm glad I got rid of my Intel CPU. I think it was garbage.
What were you experiencing?
A lot of stuttering.
Back at Kentucky
really?
Speedway race.
Bad.
I started getting that
in the
a few months ago.
Race win from pole position.
Yeah, it was stuttering. Brian's like, hey, Brian turned off G-Sync, and instead it fixed it. It's like, okay, let me try it.
Sure.
And it actually like was freezing stuttering.
Took a couple of sets early on in this race, only had one.
Yeah, mine, like you talking about the game would just lock up and not show anything like frozen.
All right, last name right.
Yeah, like everything, like you'd be turning, like you'd be frozen one spot for like a split second.
Got it.
Yeah, I've had that problem too. I haven't had it in a few races though.
To this league, I don't recognize the name clearly, but a job well done. Put the car on.
Man, talking about running Bristol like that was horrible.
Some fancy tire strategy. You drove this thing to the victory. Was it really reliant on this thing going green all the way to the end?
Yeah. So after that caution, and me and my teammate Danny came down.
Man, I don't know what I've done that last run. My tire, right front tire, was gone.
Are we gonna be a sitting duck here? You know, and luckily it
50-82
in our favor tonight.
I was 50-82.
So, you know, definitely can.
I was 31-84.
Take it when you can get it.
But the one before that, I was
tire strategy. I thought you guys were sitting ducks there at the end.
48.
Depends on the cautions here.
76, I think.
To run relatively clean in a lot of cases, so that certainly was weighed in your favor. And when you get in the long run with these cars,
which wasn't horrible,
it seems
but
that whether there's a 20-lap difference or a 10-lap difference, it doesn't seem to matter. Late in the run, the tires kind of equal out. So did the lap times, and that showed its head there late in this race as well. So that worked out in your favor. Was that kind of the strategy coming in, or did you guys not even realize there was a limited tire set?
So we knew that there was a limited tire set. I don't remember. I think it was Chris Mefford was leading there when that caution came out, and he came down, and then I noticed, you know, cars behind me going down as well, and then at the last second he
See, the one thing that gets me is Cleek and
I guess I'm coming down.
Was it Tyndall got into it and caused a caution?
They know something that
but neither one of them have any instant points.
I thought maybe there was going to be another, you know, stage break or something.
Yeah, and Cleek, William hit Cleek, I think. They were disagreeing over where they needed to be on the track, but
you know,
Cleek didn't fully spin out, but the caution came out anyway. That's weird.
Won a caution and luckily didn't get one.
Well, it stayed clean to the end, of course. Of course, you take checkered flag and the race win here tonight. We look forward to Phoenix Raceway next week.
It was an amazing save on his part.
With tires, what's the game plan rolling into the desert next week in Phoenix?
On that track is just going to be about me just finishing. I don't know what it is.
What track?
I hate that place. It hates me. So hopefully we can just
Phoenix.
Make
that's a tough one.
A good solid finish and have some fun racing.
All right, Adam. Well, job well done.
I'm not good at that track either.
I want to shout out to before I let you go.
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Chris for allowing me to join the league. You know, halfway through the season, I know that sometimes getting new people in here can kind of mess with things. So I want to give a big shout out to him. Thank you for letting me do this. And then shout out to my sponsors, Anything EC, for coming on board. They sell amazing detail products for your car. So if you're in the market for some of that, head on over to anythingec.com. Use code PEDIT15 to get 15% off your entire order. And you for a killer broadcast. I watched the one from a couple weeks ago, and you
short here, a runner-up finish nonetheless. Brian, it's Steve in the booth. You got me?
I do.
Brian, congrats, man. A strong run there late. Would more laps have made a difference? It seemed like you were catching Adam there late in this one, but obviously we just ran out of time here. Was it going to be enough if we had more laps?
Maybe. I was slowly catching them, but it was tough. The right front was just, I murdered my right front. It was horrible, but yeah, he had the right strategy call early on and took that early set, and we didn't want to take it because it was like lap 30 or 40 of the race or whatever. So he's like, this is a little too early when we only had one more set over the wall. So wanted to save that tire, but just went green. So shout out to him for, I think this was his first race and coming out here taking the win.
Yeah, I mean, he had some pace, obviously put the car on pole position, but yeah, that second set of tires about lap 42, it seemed like a bad choice, but big time gamble, had that last set there late. No cautions to change that strategy. Some of you guys might still have tires sitting over pit wall. Do you got any left?
Oh yeah, I was hoping for that caution and come in and get 4 fresh.
Well, the good news for the competition is next week is Phoenix Raceway, and he admittedly says he hates that place. How do you feel about Phoenix Raceway next week?
That's one of my weaker ones too, so I ain't too excited about it, but I'll go out there and give it my all.
All right, Brian. Well, a great run here tonight. Nonetheless, congratulations on P2, man. Who do you want to thank?
Thank you. My family, you for doing the broadcast, Wally and everybody else who helps out with the league, our sponsors, the drivers for showing up and having a great race, and everybody watching. Thank you.
All right, Brian. Thanks for talking to us, man. Good luck.
Okay, let me turn this back on. You for doing the broadcast, Wally and everybody else who helps out with the league. Let's see what Methford has to say. Drivers for showing up and having a great race, and everybody watching. Thank you.
All right, Brian. Thanks for talking to us, man. Good luck. It's Brian McCann, your runner-up here at Kentucky Speedway. We'll talk to Chris Mefford next, patiently waiting in the interview waiting room. We'll pull the driver, the number 46, into the booth. Chris Mefford, long time, man. It's Steve in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, how you doing, Steve?
Doing good, Chris. Congrats, man. A third-place finish after outside top 10 starting position in 13th. Led some laps here tonight, some great battles, worked your way back through the field. What was really the key difference here tonight? Was it the tire strategy?
Yeah, I mean, it was. Yeah, we only had, I think, 15 point laps on our tires after the first initial caution, not the stage, but the initial caution. And some of the guys pit, and I'm sitting there like, okay, that's way too early to pit because, I want these tires at the end of the race. And when they came back out, even with us having those a little bit older tires, it really showed. So, I mean, I had a good long run car. Obviously, Brian did too, and, so did everybody else. But, yeah, I think tire strategy was definitely the key to tonight.
Well, next week we go from here. We got tire strategies here at Kentucky. We go to Phoenix next week. Very tricky style racetrack, rather unique as far as the layout is concerned. Are tires going to be a worry next week there as well?
I think so. I think in these things they will be. One guy's going to be to watch, which is every week, is going to be Brian. Brian is a very smart racer, and he's very strong with these flatter tracks, as New Hampshire is his and Kevin's favorite track. As but it's
I talked myself down. He's talking me up.
Track for sure. 1 is very long, and then 3 and 4, you really got to get in the throttle early, but it seems like it's too early when it's really not. So, if you want somebody to watch Brian in practice, he'll be able to show you a line.
Well, very good, Chris. Congratulations again, third place finish here at Kentucky Speedway, man. Who do you want to thank?
Yep, I'd like to thank you from being back from work. You missed the last race we had there in Bristol. That was a good race, a good result there. Thanks for Wally and everybody putting up with all of us. Congrats to Brian and everybody, the winner came there. And let's see here, Adam. Yep, congrats to Adam for winning. The heck of a strategy call for sure. Thanks to Matt for the paint schemes. Looks pretty sharp. And thanks to everybody for having a good race. I think we only have like 3 incident points for everybody, so that's pretty strong for this group.
Clean night for sure. Congrats again there on third place, Chris. Thanks for talking to us, and if you're running next week, man, good luck.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
It's Chris Mefford, your third place finisher here at Kentucky. We're going to back up.
I'm out.
Take a look at our
see you tomorrow, I think.
Of the night. Adam Pettit.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule.